Hey, hi, hello. How's it going, everyone? So I'm kind of late to this, but I wanted to talk about the allegations against Lizzo, and the apparently three former dancers are accusing Lizzo of sexual harassment, and she denies it. I just wanted to read this article with you guys. So Lizzo, a pop star who has built her brand on both body positivity and empowering upbeat hits, is facing a new lawsuit that levels serious allegations, including claims that she created a hostile work environment and engaged in sexual harassment. Lizzo has denied these allegations, which have raised questions about her treatment of employees as well as this week. Also alleges misconduct by her production company, Big Touring Inc., and her dance team captain, Shirlene Quigley. Apologies if I'm saying that name incorrectly. Among the claims include unwanted sexual situations, made statements that were perceived as thinly veiled comments about a dancer's weight gain, and put people through grueling rehearsals that led to one dancer soiling herself. Are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. She also has hired Hollywood lawyer Marty Singer, an attorney who has previously worked with Jonah Hill, Kim Kardashian, and Chris Brown to represent. Have people in my family who are plus size, so when I'm seeing this, it's a huge disappointment to see that there are allegations going around about Lizzo, who is supposed to be a phenomenon when it comes to plus size women. It just really boggles my mind. Like, even the most nicest people in the world have their bad sides, but like, dang, dude, this is just disappointing. This is the Instagram post. These last few days have been gut wrenchingly difficult and overwhelmingly disappointing. My work ethic, morals, and respectfulness has been questioned. My character has been criticized. Usually, I choose not to respond to false allegations, but these are as unbelievable as they sound and too outrageous to not be addressed. These sensationalized stories are coming from former employees who have already publicly admitted that they were told their behavior on tour was inappropriate and unprofessional. Known for hits like Good as Hell and Truth Hurts, Lizzo has overwhelmingly positive message. Additionally, as a plus size black artist, she's repeatedly called out the criticism and abuse plus size women of color face in society and sought to promote better beauty standards. Previously, she launched a size inclusive shapewear line called Yeti and also had a reality show to spotlight and cast plus size dancers. Two of the plaintiffs, Ariana Davis and Crystal Williams, appeared on the show. Disappointed. Uh, it just, I don't know, something about this just really is disappointing. The potential harassment detailed in a lawsuit through though calls this message and her image into question while highlighting the relative lack of oversight for artists in the music industry. The stunning nature of how Lizzo and her management team have treated her performance seems to go against everything Lizzo stands for publicly, while privately she weight shames her dancers and demeans them in ways that are not only illegal, but absolutely attorney Ron Zambrano said in a statement. Plaintiffs Crystal Williams Arias and Noel Rodriguez alleges 9 areas of misconduct in total related to their experience on Lizzo's special tour. Some of these claims are made against all three defendants, including Lizzo, Quigley, and Big Touring Inc. Well, of the defendants. Additionally, some of the claims are made by all three plaintiffs, while others are only made by individual plaintiffs. The civil lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court and cannot result in monetary damages for the plaintiffs if it were to move forward and the defendants were found liable. Prior to filing the suit, Davis and Williams have been fired from the dance troupe, while Rodriguez said she resigned over how poorly her colleagues were treated. That, yeah, that's there's no way to include a hostile work environment that featured sexual harassment, a failure to prevent or remedy sexual harassment in the workplace, and a failure to prevent or remedy religious harassment in the workplace. So, yeah, this is basically saying, hey, you did something to me. You made me go into this embarrassing situation. This is not okay. And I agree with that. It is not okay to force someone in a this, and we've seen it time and time again with YouTubers, with celebrities, etc. The plaintiffs claim they were made precarious and that they had to comply with requests that made them uncomfortable in order to continue working. Some of those requests were of sexual nature, including, among other things, pressure from Lizzo to attend a performance with nude dancers in Amsterdam, to eat bananas placed in nude dancers' genitals, and pressure on one of the plaintiffs to touch a dancer's breast. That is yikes. That is yikes. Okay. Anyway, other allegations were tied to religious harassment. The suit alleges quickly spoke excessively about her religious views as a Christian and berated those who didn't share these beliefs. It claims that one dancer's virginity was frequently discussed without her consent, and that dancers was of their religious beliefs. All three defendants did little to remedy such actions despite knowing about them, the lawsuit claims. I think all the causes of action have some merit and some chance of succeeding, in my opinion. The strongest cause of actually that a reasonable person would think that behavior created in a hostile work environment. Chicago Kent employment law professor Nicole Porter told Vox. Porter noted that one possible defense could center on how much disclosure the plaintiffs had about the experience they should expect to encounter in this role. Another part of the suit highlightedly made about Davis's weight, which the suit claims her led her to feel self-conscious and required to speak on the issue. The suit details two a grueling surprise audition dancers already hired on the tour had to undergo in order to keep their positions, during which Davis soiled herself out of fear that she would lose her spot as a dancer if she went to the restroom. Davis claims she was then given transparent shorts to change into. Lizzo has denied allegations and has yet to signal what steps she plans to take next. The lawsuit underscores the poor working conditions in the music library and the lack of accountability that exists for such abuses. Long hours, difficult physical labor, and short-term contracts are common, with while institutional oversight of individual artists isn't always present. Other artists, including Cher and Britney Spears, have been sued by their employees in the past for alleged discrimination and battery. Respectively, for example, Cher's case was dismissed and Spears settled her case. The sort of workplace described by the plaintiffs blends itself into harassment and exploitation, says Martha Davis, a lawyer. Not clear lines between employees' own time and their jobs while on the tour. The lawsuit has felt more surprising to some fans given the public positions Lizzo has taken on promoting women's empowerment and celebrating plus size bodies. Aspects of the lawsuit, such as the alleged statements concerning weight, appear to directly contradict those stances. Other developments have brought attention to the case as well, including Beyonce's decision not to mention Lizzo's name while singing a song that references her in a recent concert. And for some fans, past lyrics in Lizzo's song Rumors have taken on a different tenure. In that song, she refers to people trying to sue her NDAs and sings about not caring about legal matters. Oh boy. Okay. The suit also about the need for stars to be held responsible for bad behavior, and if the disparities that continue to exist on that front, like anyone fielding such allegations, Lizzo should face the legal process and potential consequences for any harm she's caused. But she's also likely to get more blowback for due to sexism, racism, and fat phobia she has to deal with. So my final thoughts on this topic is, well, it's not silly that she's getting sued. I mean, but the fact that there has been such a increase in discussion with how dancers and people on stage and people in concerts are treated in like the music industry, this should have been a discussion like back in 2003. We should have talked about this earlier than this. And the fact that this is just coming up is just so mind-boggling to me. And even the WGA, the writer's strike and the actor's strike that is happening, which I'm going to probably talk about. But yeah, so those are my thoughts on this. I don't really. I think you bite the hand that feeds you, and I think this is kind of that situation where we're at a point where if you are disrespectful to the people who work for you, then they're gonna fight back and they're gonna claw back at you. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.